we've run into a couple of issues. Hi, Servit, how you doing? How'd you like that tweet I saw you reply to? I didn't like it, dude. You should have seen it. I was mad. I was so mad. I fired off a knee-jerk army response, and it almost went really badly. But how are you doing? Hi. I can't move my head right now. Doo-da, doo-da. I, like, unironically, I might... Ooh, that might be bad. So it looks like the wallpaper on the corner of my wall that constantly has water dripping down it. It looks like it's peeling off. I might be in trouble. This apartment's one big problem after another, man. It's so lame. But my neck hurts right now. It's really hard to turn my head. So we're not going to play Voices in the Void like I was planning to, because I'm pretty sure it's going to scare the dickens out of me. And is that mold? Hang on. This place is moldy as fuck, dude. I don't know what that is. Hope it's not mold. Oh. Oh no. Oh no, no. Alright, let me see if I can get everything righted real fast. So, unfortunately, there was a problem with the new model. Again, because of course there was. But we do have some workable aspects to this. As you can see, the eyes are no longer doing the buggy wuggy. That's not very good. The eyes aren't doing the buggy wuggy anymore, but nothing else is really working. So, yeah, I don't know why this one turned out so weirdly compared to the last one. It might be because I made a lot of other choices. Like, you can barely see my eyebrows go anywhere. Oh, close one eye. Got one, got another. Yeah, how you doing? How's life treating you? Is everything going well? There's a lot of fine-tuning and adjusting that I clearly need to do. But, oh, you saw the eyes do a thing for a second. So what I did, part of the reason why it's kind of buggy-uggy right now is because I made a lot of experimentation and changed a lot of the parameters on it to see if I could do stuff. It worked when I tested it. It's not working now. So I don't know why the eyes aren't working. There's two versions you can export a Vroid as. One has buggy eyes that move too much. The other is this one that has buggy eyes that don't move enough, and also a lighting glitch with the shirt, which is why we're way down here. Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, how are you doing? The reason why I made that tweet earlier, the one that I was just talking about, was because we were in class and I brought up, well, one of the students brought up how fucking old I am. I'm like, bitch, the fuck do you mean I'm old? I'm only 28. I told her 27, but you know I'm 28. And she's like, you're 28? You're so old. And I'm just like, I literally said, I'll fucking kill you. Which is a knee-jerk army response, right? It's knee-jerk, just kind of like, bing, there goes. She didn't appreciate that. And I was able to walk it back, but yeah. No. So, you know, that happened. I promise there will be edits to the model later. I will make this fit. Yeah, children. Dude, she's 19. She's 19 and she's out here calling my ass old. And I was so mad about it too. Because she started talking about how wealthy her family is. She, at 19, owns 2 cars and is renting one of them out to her little brother so he can drive to high school. And I just looked at her like, what the fuck? Huh? What? And like, obviously she bought it with mom and dad's money, right? Obviously it's her parents' money. But it's also like, dude, an American owning a car is a big deal. Like, most people are paying it off, paying their car off for forever. You know what I mean? You own 2 at 19, throw yourself under a bus. Jesus Christ. So yeah, I was really spicy about that. I was really not a happy camper. Obviously, I didn't take it out on her because it's not her fault. She was born into wealth. But it's like, bruh. You know what I mean? It's just like, bruh. It's so upsetting. I'm just like, bruh. You know, let me see if I can zoom out a little bit. do I do that? Oh, there we go. You can see the lighting glitch a little bit. There will be, I promise I'll work at this, but also I'm probably going to start working on a new model. Because like my plan with this one was to make it, get it out there, just say that I did, have it as kind of a base template for everything moving forwards. And then I was going to debate on working on a 2D model or a 3D model. And I enrolled at my home university because it's an online campus. I enrolled with them for a 3D modeling course in March, which is a bit, you know, farther out than I'm happy with. What can you do? So we might as well start learning in that direction. That's kind of like wiggy wobbly, you know what I mean? It's a little of A, it's a little of B. So I'm kind of experimenting around and trying various things right now. So I'm trying to figure out what the future holds. Right now, we're also coming into crunch time a bit though, which is kind of stressful, We're approaching crunch time because it is towards the end of the semester. And so everyone and their mom's trying to get in the last of the assignments, you know what I mean? I got essays to do, I got projects to work on. We're gonna roll this real fast too. I want to see what we can get out of it. So yeah, like one of the assignments I have to do is I have to interview 4 people on 8 questions regarding death that I have to put together still. I gotta write an essay about that. I gotta write another essay about a photographer. I need to make 1 photography final. I don't even know how I'm supposed to do this. Like, let me bring it up because it was really weird. The professor phrased it really weirdly. I'm just like, bruh, come on, let me in. Let me see if he lets me see the assignment. Module, it's gonna be under module dose. It's gonna be on module dose. Final project, 1 inspired image. What does that even mean? You have no prompt this time. You are free to shoot what you want, but it must be a project with an idea, theme, main subject, or cohesive photographic style. If you want to continue off a previous module, you can, but you'll be solely graded on the new work. You must choose to shoot in color or black and white and both. Please make a properly labeled PowerPoint, include a title, artist statement for part 1. It's just like, what is an inspired image? You know what I mean? So I'm not really sure how am I going to do that, you know? So it's kind of like, bruh, you know? It's like, yeah. How are you doing, Servid? Are you doing well? And then I was also scrolling TikTok and I saw that funny cat gif and I was like, I know what to do today. But how are you? Are you doing well? Are you loving life? Are you staying safe? Yeah. I've had problems for days, dude. Because my air conditioning is also turned moldy, so I've had it off for a couple days, which is fine because, you know, it's kind of getting cold, so it's not like I need air conditioning right now. But it's also my dehumidifier, so there's currently a pool of water forming under one of my windows, which is not great. Neck pain, homies, today? Dude, I can barely move my neck. Like, I can do it if I move slowly, because, like, I noticed I was starting to develop a hunch from not reminding myself to stand up straight because I naturally slouch. So I started standing up properly again, and my muscles were like, how dare you? So my neck hurts a lot right now. And I've just got problems for days. Because also I'm eating poorly again, which is making me really self-conscious. So I'm trying to eat healthier again. Because, you know, you gotta take care of your health. The fucking air conditioning. I have a magical ass cleaning spray that comes recommended by one of my professors and all of Reddit. Should be in the mail tomorrow, so I'll spray that over the cooling coils, and that's supposed to magically kill all of the freaking mold that actually, that might have been a really good mod. All of the mold that I'm dealing with. But, you know, we'll see. The alternative is I'll have to hire somebody to do all the cleaning for me, which would not be great. It wouldn't be optimal. Yeah. And yeah, I also want to start doing art stuff on stream again, but I don't know what to do today. And also neck pain. Like, I was debating, I was obviously going to play Voices in the Void first. I was planning on playing Soulframe so that way everyone could get their Soulframe key. However, that's not until Friday, so, you know. Whoopsies. We'll just wait until Friday to do that. So then I was like, oh, there's a new Voices in the Void update, and I enjoyed Voices in the Void the last time we played it, so let's play it. But then I was like, my neck hurts, I don't need to be shitting my pants right now. And I saw somebody do a funny KEKW build with the Soma Prime, so I was like, yeah, you know what, I'll play a little bit of that. You know, because I'm not planning on streaming for too long, because neck pain. Neck pain. And I want to doodle some more, but I don't want to doodle with anybody watching me. And I need to get ready for tomorrow, because remember, class is at 9 a.m. tomorrow, and it's not an important class, like I can miss it, but there's some work that I wasn't able to do on Tuesday, and also I just didn't care enough to do it. So I gotta do that, so I'm just gonna show up early, get that done, and hopefully go home early. And then I have to deal with econ, which I really don't want to do, because I don't want to do these online classes anymore, but we're almost there. Just gotta keep with it. Oh boy, we're so close. We're almost through the semester, and then it's about 4 weeks of just chilling like a villain, and we do it all over again. So yeah, because I signed up for basically the same course load, just level 2 or 3 or 4 in one case. So we'll see how that goes. It's just kind of like bruh, you know what I mean? Just bruh. Bruh. Still trying to figure out where I'm going with my magical ass little life. I have been looking on Twitter and stuff for OBS upgrades, and I actually picked up a couple, and I'm debating on how I want to install them, if I want to install them in our stuff. So I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about that a lot. And I'm starting to warm up to the idea of commissioning some components and stuff. Not happy about it, but I'm warming up to the idea behind it, you know. Even though, you know, we're not really going anywhere as a streamer, which is fine. I'm kind of warming up to the idea. Like, I don't know if you watch this, if you watch Juniper like I do, but she recently did a new model debut with a whole bunch of new components, and I really like the theme behind those components. So I was kind of debating on picking up something similar for myself. There's also somebody that is currently making a chat box widget that is cyberpunk themed, and I really want to get my hands on that because I love cyberpunk. I think cyberpunk's really cool. So I was thinking I'm getting that too when she's done with it. But so much of A, so much of B. So, yep. I'm gonna need to do a lot of work on this thing later. There's so much work to do. It's so bad. And yeah. Yep. Got my spatula. I got some more stuff. I'm mostly just trying to keep myself busy right now and not paying attention to current events, because current events are Jesus Christ bad. Booski. So I'm also wondering how we should handle streaming when class is out. Because I'm obviously going to go back to the gym more often, because I've been skipping the gym a lot since the semester started up, because I just didn't have time and I didn't want to deal with Screamo. But with the semester over, Screamo's not going to be there, hopefully. We'll have a bit more time for various activities. We might even be able to work on like an actual art project again. So I'm kind of, oh, that's really weird. My model do that. So I'm debating on what kind of stuff we want to work towards, whether or not we want to just straight dive into making a live 2D model and just saying, fuck it, send it. Or if I want to do a bit more practice and education first. Or if I just want to go all the way into 3D modeling like Totless, because Totless is a big inspiration for me, but so is D-Riku. Like, I noticed the other night that I've been getting pulled in a lot of directions by my interests. So I'm trying to debate on which one to nail down, you know what I mean? Because right now I'm getting pulled by photography, graphic design, 2D design, 3D design, 3D modeling, and a little bit music. So I'm getting pulled in all these directions, and I'm not focusing on anything hard enough to actually get good at it. You know what I mean? So I feel like we're going to have to nail something down eventually and just say, okay, here we go. Like being, being well-rounded is really nice, but I do need to get like proficient at something. I just don't really know what that something is yet. So it's just another thing that I've been thinking of. I did read up a little bit more on Twitch's change to how views are handled. It's really stupid. So the way they ended up changing the views was they made it so if somebody is not actively chatting at least one time in a Twitch chatter's chat, they are not considered a viewer for that streamer's analytics. Which is fucking stupid. Because basically that means lurkers are no longer considered to be viewers by Twitch. Which is just why? What's the purpose behind that? You know what I mean? Like, obviously the purpose behind that... How's the volume, by the way? Is the volume good? Do I need to turn it up? Where's my mic at? Oh, okay. Mic's good. Mic's good. That's fine. It's just so stupid to me. Like, why? Why? That's really dumb. Like, it was Cabal that was showing it on a TikTok. And he said it, and he said, hey, everyone say hi, chat. And everyone said hi. And then you could actually see in the TikTok, his viewership practically doubled in that instant. That's like so stupid. Like, why? Like, I love lurking, right? Like, I normally don't get really engaged with anyone's community. It's just how I am. And while at least I don't like, I'm a lurker, you know what I mean? I don't like to put my voice in the ring because, you know, I tend to get in arguments with people because my alternate, you know, views on things, not conservatism or something like that. No, I fucking hate conservatives. But like, just by my sheer virtue of existing, I'm just kind of different. You know what I'm trying to say? And I just don't want to upset people. And then it's like, oh, you're not part of the community if you're not actively talking to people. But if you don't fit the vibe, get out of here. It's like, what? It's interesting that most creators report 30-50% drop with the worker cut. It's consistently a big chunk. Surely overhead new. Oh, exactly. Like, I saw people talk about how that was likely Twitch's way to justify paying out less money to creators, because Twitch has always operated in a very narrow profit margin. You know what I mean? Like, no creators really generate any actual tangible value. Most of Twitch's revenue comes from ad revenue and obviously subscriptions and stuff. Majority of Twitch enjoyers don't subscribe, right? They just don't do it. So that means you have to take your money off ads, and the Twitch viewers that do subscribe, you now lose ad revenue for. So their profit is already in a really not grand spot. So it is probably a way for them to justify reducing the amount of money they pay to creators, which is why a bunch of creators are starting to dual stream to YouTube, which I've been setting up slowly. And by setting up, I mean I'm working on homework and stuff, so, you know. But you're starting to see people make not an effort to leave, but you definitely see people starting to look for the door a little bit just to make sure they know where it's at. Crit chance, stat duration, cold. I like this. Like, you may not realize, but cold is technically a crit chance increase. But you can see people are starting to at least eyeball the door a little bit, because everyone's kind of like, I'm not getting much money from this anymore. And like, even then, people know for a long time, since the big Twitch creator leak where they leaked a whole bunch of documents with everybody's paying it, no one really makes a lot of money off Twitch. Like, even the big Markiplier, freaking Ninja, you know, those top level streamers, even those guys don't make a dramatic amount of money from Twitch. most money Twitch people make is from straight up donations off platform or marketing deals. So, you know, like gamer subs and stuff. And with that viewership cut, because it was basically just that, it was basically a viewership cut. They're now making even less money. So the big creators who don't need Twitch because most of their income comes everywhere else than Twitch, they're probably starting to eyeball the door because that's just a really scutty thing for Twitch to do. Smaller time creators are looking for the door because they're no longer making enough money to justify putting up with Twitch. And then itty bitty creators like me are looking for the door because I never had a chance to begin with, and the ladder is already gone. Like, even if I make it to the tippy top, which is not going to happen, there's no return on investment. You know what I mean? Even if I wasn't, I'm not in this for the money, right? But even, you see where I'm going with this. There's no return on investment. I put in effort. Twitch does not advertise for me, does not push people my direction. So my effort is not rewarded financially or non-financially. So I'm effectively pissing into the wind, regardless of what I do. And I do this because I enjoy it. But it's like making a marble sculpture, right? It's like making a marble sculpture and then putting it up on display in a shipping container on the waterfront and only posting 2 flyers near the waterfront. Hey, come over here and come look at this thing. Like, why would you do that? Why would you put all that effort into making a marble sculpture and then effectively hide it? You know what I mean? Whereas I could possibly dual stream to YouTube or just go to YouTube, where YouTube is going to make at least an effort to advertise a little bit and receive a better return. You know what I mean? More people actually at least looking at what I'm doing. Like, I'm not expecting to turn this into a lifestyle, right? Like, fuck no. That's not gonna happen. But like, my big goal, right? My big goal for streaming is I really want the communities that I see other streamers have. Like, whenever I see just how interconnected these streaming communities are, I really want to have something like that for myself. So I'd like for the Discord to blow up a little bit, you know what I mean? That'd be nice. I would like to have more people to conversate with on stream. That'd be nice, you know? Those are kind of my big goals, and you just can't really accomplish that on Twitch anymore. Unless you do a couple of things that I'm not really interested in doing. Like tracking, right? You gotta advertise, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. You gotta like actually put yourself out there. That's fine and all, you know what I mean? But you also gotta just do stuff that I don't want to do, that I want no part of. And then there's also that thing with, I think it's Emiru recently, with the that nice little Smexual Ablault case that happened during TwitchCon. Like, I don't want to say that their Twitch is dying and all this stuff is happening and blah 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 blah. I don't want to say Twitch is dying, but the lettuce is starting to look a bit mold. You know what I mean? And I would know about mold in my current situation. I really hope the wallpaper is not doing what I think it's doing. Like, that would be really concerning. I'm gonna check that later, make sure it's not leaking into the wall. If it is, we're gonna do our best to hide it, because I don't want to pay for that. I tried reaching out to the landlord, however, apparently, that's not their problem. Apparently in Japan, rentals are very much a set it and forget it investment, where the landlord doesn't really have to do anything. So, yeah, that's great. In the United States, the air conditioning being filled with mold would not be my problem, it'd be the landlord's problem. Not so here in Japan. So, that's great. That's great. I'm probably not getting my security deposit back. That's okay. It's not okay, but, you know. That's okay. Womp womp. It is what it is. We do the best we can with what we have. But yeah, Twitch is definitely doing a lot of things that don't make a lot of sense to me. And from what I can tell, it just doesn't look like it's really worth sticking around long term anymore. So at the very least, I want to try dual streaming. If my computer can handle it, whoopie freaking do, right? I'll set up my phone to show me both chats and we'll call it a day. If my computer can't handle dual streaming, I might just, depending on how things, I'd probably experiment with YouTube for a day or two just to see the vibe. But if YouTube did better than Twitch, I'd probably just move to over to YouTube. Like, don't get me twisted, right? YouTube has its own problems, full, all the way. But you gotta take your wins with your losses, you know what I mean? Like, already, I follow a lot of streamer Discords and Reddits and all these threads and stuff. A lot of creators recommend that if you're a new-time creator or a small-time one and you're trying to grow up a little bit, the best thing you can do is just post all of your stuff to YouTube. Don't even try Twitch. And just stay at YouTube until you're actually kind of medium-sized, bit more bigger. And then you start trying to touch Twitch. Because Twitch, again, really doesn't have any discoverability. Like, if people sort from smallest streamer to biggest streamer, they might find you. In just chatting actually doesn't allow you to sort from biggest to smallest. So you might get shuffled closer to the top, you might not. Because sometimes I like to go through just chatting and look for small creators for find friends to talk with. Sometimes I gotta scroll for a long ass time to find anyone with like 5 or below viewers, because Twitch will just hide them. And you do have the tag system, but you're only allowed like 20 tags or something. It only gets you... Oh, medic. It only gets you so far. So, yeah. Every time I put out a TikTok, I normally get about 100 views, which I should post more of them, but, you know, depression. But I get more discoverability from TikTok, so I could also just stream to TikTok, which I would do if TikTok wasn't fucking garbage, because it really doesn't like working with my stuff. Like, I can only log into it from my phone right now. And I've been trying to log in from my desktop so I can do desktop things, but they won't let me. It's like, bruh. So that's been pretty crappy. That's been pretty crappy. There is good news, however. The good news is as far as my assignments go, I turned in what should be my second to last essay for intellectual heritage, which I might have sauced it a bit too much, because it was about empty Taoism, empty mind. Ooh, that's fire rate though. Fire rate hurts. That fire rate hurts. Ooh. We'll keep going. It was about Taoism, the empty mind thing, and how, if ever, it has affected you. And I had a couple moments in life where I unintentionally practiced empty mind, letting go of your situation, going with the flow. However, they were super depresso times. So I wrote about those because I figured I'd be able to write about them quickly and just kind of get the whole assignment over with. And boy, I did. 924 words in about 15 minutes, give or take. Pretty good. Pretty good. Professor might not be happy about the subject material, but wimp womp. What can you do? Which also, I love it whenever I get military TikToks, because I just love military stuff, because, you know, I'm still not over it 3 years later. And I found one that was talking about military caffeine, and I was like, oh yeah, that stuff. Good times, good times. If you're in the military, right, if you stay in long enough, you survive on one of 3 things. And that is coffee, tobacco, or the fairer persuasion, if you catch my drift. And he was talking about how there were people who would drink like 3 monsters before breakfast and just shotgun life, right? And people in the comments couldn't believe that somebody would drink all 3 monsters, Rip-Its, 4 Locos, whatever you want to call them. 3 of those before they even have breakfast, if they have breakfast at all. And I was like, no, it's true. I knew a guy when I was in Fort Drum who would only drink Red Bull. That was all he would drink, and that's all we'd ever see him drink. He would literally, we wear cargo pants in the military, right, with gigantic pockets. They're fabulous. I've been looking for pants that fit the same way. But he would carry around like 2 or 3 Red Bulls just in those gigantic pockets, and you hear it slosh a little bit whenever he walked if he didn't have his backpack. And that was all he drank. He would show up in the morning for PT, he's drinking a Red Bull. He'd show up after PT, the first formation, to find out what we're doing for the day, he's drinking a Red Bull. Midway before lunch, drinking a Red Bull. Goes to lunch, drinking a Red Bull. Comes back, hey guys, I need to go to the PX, I need to go get a Red Bull. We finish up for the day, guess what? Drinking a Red Bull. I never saw that man drink anything other than Red Bull. And he would even drink about it and tell us that he only drinks water when he is sick. Like, almost go to the hospital sick. And I was just like, why do you do that to yourself? And he goes, I don't know. One time, he forgot to have a one of his Red Bulls for the day. I think he told us one time he normally averages 8 Red Bulls or something a day. He just looked awful. He looked like he was going to die. Sick time is for Gatorade. Fair. I think it's been a while since I had that conversation, but I think we joked about that and be like, no, when you're sick, it's Powerade or Gatorade. And he was like, no. If I'm that sick and I drink anything other than water, I'll probably die. And we're like, yeah, you probably will. And he somehow never got kidney stones. It was genuinely a marvel. It was like, wow. That man loved his Red Bull. And that's like everybody in the military. If you're not drinking Red Bull or some kind of caffeinated substance, coffee, Red Bull, blah, 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 you're doing tobacco, which he was also a big fiend for tobacco. Never saw him without a dip. And he smoked too. He smoked like a chimney and dipped like a fiend. And if you don't know what dip is, it's tobacco outside of the cigarette that you'll keep lodged in the inside of your lip between your teeth and your actual lip itself, and you'll just suck on that, right? He always had a dip in. Just always had one. Never didn't have one. The only time I ever saw him without a dip in his mouth was when he was putting a new one in. And he just smoked like a chimney. He'd be like, hey guys, I gotta go smoke for a second. It's just like, okay. Dude, I don't even know. I don't know. His wife though, dude, hot as fuck. And he fumbled the fuck out of her because he got stationed in Korea, immediately cheated on her. His Korean girl found out, told his wife, she divorced him, off she went. Oh my goodness. Hello, Easy. How are you doing? How's life treating you? Is everything going well? Love and life? We are rolling for hopefully a really good roll here, but we're not having a good time right now. Are you doing well? Love and life? I hope you don't mind if the tracking and everything is kind of fucking up right now. It turns out I should have left this in to cook for a few more years. Damage mag status. But yeah, that guy was just a fiend, and he was also one of the smartest people I've ever known, and I was just, wow. Wow, my dudes. I hope he's doing well. Never got kidney stones, but I'm pretty sure his liver is fucked, because he was also an alcoholic, because everyone, you know, everyone in the military is an alcoholic. It was a fun thing. Everyone's an alcoholic. Well, I wasn't an alcoholic, but I was definitely like pre-alcoholic, if that makes any sense. Like, I'd only drink once a month, but if I drank at all, boy, I was drinking. If this would status chance, I would take the, well, critical chance. Duration is still pretty good, but no. I love that 220 crit. Twitch Mobile is being asked. Yeah, we were actually talking about how ass Twitch has been lately and how I want to look towards doing shenanigans on YouTube just to see if there might be greener pastures. Yup. I really want to get like a theme nailed down for us because I've been talking with people on Twitter off and on. Most of them are bots, but you know. And they agree I really need something, some kind of theme, some kind of slogan, some kind of something to be. So, oh, gotta go, bye-bye. Take care, thank you for stopping by. I've been trying to think of something, but I don't want to be the military Chuba, but I just don't really know, you know? But, yeah, yep. That man just drank, dipped, and smoked. I never saw anything quite like it. It was genuinely impressive. Genuinely impressive. And what else was it? There's a lot of smokers in the military, just like tons of smokers. Everyone's a smoker. If you're not smoking, you're dipping. If you're not dipping, what the fuck are you doing? And I was obviously, what the fuck are you doing territory? Because, you know, I didn't smoke or dip or anything. I do miss them out there. I miss it. I love seeing those little stupid TikToks come around and just be like, yeah, it's still like that. Just seeing all that stuff. It's good times. It's good times. It's good times. The olden days. I'm still trying to move on. I'm trying to think of a funny story right now to relate to dipping, smoking, all that fun stuff. But I'm drawing up blanks right now because all I can think about is kidney stones and that one stupid motherfucker that I used to be in charge of who got kidney stones because he was a fucking idiot who also just drank nothing but I think he was a Monster fiend. Like, everyone has their drink, right? They're either a Monster or a Red Bull kind of guy. This guy was a Monster kind of guy, and that's all he would drink. He didn't drink water, but he wasn't as swag with it as the other guy was. So he wound up getting sick one day, right? He's like, oh, sorry, my appendix hurts, my appendix. And we're all like, ah, shit, his appendix is about to go. We need to get him to a hospital. But I also hadn't slept in like 2 days, so I got him there. I'm like, okie dokie, I'm going home, don't die, bye. Dropped him off. He got picked up by my alternate, who was like, yeah, I'll take him home and stuff. Took him home. Turns out he had kidney stones, not an appendix problem. So we're like, okay, that's pretty good. You know, they'll give you some meds, you'll dose up, no biggie. Couple days go by, he's like, sorry, I need to go to the hospital again. I'm like, okie dokie. And we got there, and the doc's like, yeah, it's kidney stones. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean it's kidney stones? We just went to the hospital for that. He's like, yeah, I never got my meds. I'm like, you do, huh? The fuck do you mean? He's like, yeah, I called you the day after I went to the hospital because I needed to get my meds, but you didn't pick up the phone. I'm like, yeah, I didn't pick up the phone, you fucking idiot. I was asleep. He goes, oh. And this is like days later. We've gone to work since then, and he just never told me at work that he needed to go to a doctor or get his meds or anything. So he just waited in pain until his kidney stones got so bad that he was pissing blood to tell us again. I was just, you're a fucking idiot. He wasn't slick with the caffeine addiction. He wasn't slick with it. Nope. I think bro had neuron stones. He was really kind of an idiot. I mean that, well, I do mean that offensively. So like, he was really slow at his job, right? Which, I'm not throwing stones, I was really crappy at my job too. So I just kind of live and let live, you know what I mean? Just like, okay, whatever, as long as the job gets done, I don't care. So he would receive phone calls, because, you know, we were basically a help desk for the military. He'd receive phone calls, and he'd get to work on it. But he never asked anyone for help, and I don't mean that in a good way. If he got stuck, right, he would go, we taught him the exact steps to do, right? We taught him check here, there, here and there, here and there, here and there, right? If he checked everything you could check, he would stop working. And I don't even mean he would just hang up the phone and screw off. He would just stop. Like, you would see him work and work and work and work, and then he would suddenly just stop and stare at his screen, and that's all he would do. It was genuinely incredible. Like one time, we literally saw him just sit there and stare at his monitor for about 60 minutes, and we were like, "What's up, bud? You okay?" He goes, "I can't figure this out." Okay. How long have you been working on it? About 3 hours. 3 hours? I saw you just sit there for 60 minutes. He goes, "Yeah, I didn't know what to do." Why didn't you ask anyone for help? I don't know. Oh my goodness. And that happened more than once. It got to the point where if we saw him stop moving for a bit, we would just, somebody would come over and try and help him, because it's like, okay, he doesn't know what to do. Like, he wouldn't even just play on the computer. He wouldn't get up and just, you know, not do his job. He would literally just sit there and stare at the screen, not changing the screen or anything. It was honestly bewildering. And it drove me batty too, because like what I was known as like the angry sergeant because I had anger management issues, still have, but you know. It became known to everybody that one of my triggers was somebody going, ugh, specifically like that, like not, I don't know, ugh. If I asked you what the fuck you were doing and you went, ugh, I would immediately crash out. I would immediately start screaming. Well, not screaming, but I'd immediately become a problem. And he just set that off every time. I even told people, if you tell me I don't know, or that stupid fucking, I was going to rip your head off like a fucking doll. I told people that, and people were like, okay, whatever you do not tell Sergeant Brander you don't know. That is the worst possible thing you could say. And people stopped fucking doing it. Except him. And like, the reason why that upset me so much, right? Is how do you not know what you are doing? You know what I mean? Like, we had somebody one time screw up on something and almost really significantly damage a satellite. Like, the satellite go boom. Kind of fucking damaging, right? And I'm like, what the fuck were you doing? Why'd you do that? And he goes, I don't know. Immediate crash out. Because what do you mean you almost blew up the satellite? See, the reason why, what happened, right? What happened after you know, somebody more mature than me came in. What happened was, it was policy for us, whenever we tried to sync somebody into our network, they would blast the satellite at full power. And then you would scale the power down once you'd establish connection until you reached a balance where it's not going to explode the satellite, but you still have connection, right? Well, the other person didn't scale down the power properly. They just left it maxed out. So that's what happened. So technically his fault, technically not his fault. When I was like, what the fuck are you doing? He goes, I don't know. I'm kind of like, what do you mean you don't know what you're doing right now? What is happening? Huh? Excuse me? What? And I would tell people, that's the worst thing you can say to me. If you get in trouble, if you fuck up, if you make a mistake, the worst thing you can say is, I don't know. If you say, I don't know, I'm going to break you over my knee, because it means you were running around thoughtlessly just doing whatever came naturally. And that's a problem. If you told me, Sarn, I fucked up, my bad, immediately get out of jail free card. Like, if it was your first time doing that, I don't care how heinous it was, okay, I'll let it go. I won't do anything this time. And I stayed by that. We had another soldier almost explode a different satellite for a different reason that we're not going to get into right now. I roll up, I'm like, what the fuck were you doing? He goes, Sarn, I fucked up. And I wanted to get really mad because he like actually fucked up. Like, this was actually his fault, and this was actually a like, I should demote you for this. But it's like, all right, he fucked up. He made a mistake. He understands what the mistake was. Everyone around us knew I would be well within my rights to bust him over my knee. And I didn't. So I'm like, okay, you understand what you did. The next time this happens, I'm ruining your life over this. And he's like, Roger, Sean, I got it. And then everyone's like, oh shit, Sergeant Brandier's actually kind of a nice guy. as long as we just take responsibility for our fucking actions, holy shit, it'll be fine. But that guy we were talking about earlier, Mr. Kidney Stones, he never figured that out. He and like 3 other guys would always make excuses, try and worm out of it, and never take accountability for actions. And I would keep busting their ass over it because, like, I'm just like, never say, I hate it. I hate, so much. I don't know. And I really hate, I hate that so much. It makes me so mad even to these days. I'm just like, no. What do you mean you don't know? And yeah, they'd actually file harassment complaints against me because they thought I was bullying them until a bunch of us explained it to my boss. They're like, no, Sergeant Brandier is actually a bit too lenient. And I actually got in trouble for being too lenient because I'll let everybody get away with things one time as long as they never ever say, I don't know. And these guys could just never, ever, ever figure it out. Like, remember that staring at the screen thing? He'd go, I don't know. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean you don't know what you're doing? You're on a phone call right now. You're supposed to be helping that guy right now, but you're instead sitting here staring at a screen. What the fuck do you mean you don't know? Do you need help? I don't know. What the fuck do you mean you don't know if you don't need help? What's wrong with him then? Fix him. Why do you have him on the line? Get him off my phones. I don't know how. Then why haven't you asked for help? I don't know. And I would just go around and around until I got angry and angry and angrier. Until my civilian counterparts would be like, hey, Sergeant, why don't you go stand over there for a bit? We'll handle this before you actually kill somebody. He really wasn't that bright. He really wasn't that bright. The others would be like, oh no, Sergeant Brandier doesn't care. As long as you just take responsibility for your actions. We don't give a fuck. Show up to work 15 minutes late. What the fuck happened? I fucked up. Okay. Blow up a satellite, which never happened. You get the idea. I fucked up, Sergeant. My bad. This is what I did wrong. It'll never happen again. Okay. We had another guy actually damage some equipment, and the leadership wanted to bring him up on charges. And I was like, no, no, no. This is what happened. He took responsibility, blah, 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 this and that, that and this. Let him off this one time. If anything like it happens again, absolutely, let's just destroy his life. They weren't happy about it, but they let it go because, like, here's a secret when you outside of the military, right? Like, this is just everywhere in the world. If you ever fuck up, like, if you ever screw up and, like, majorly screw up, 9 times out of 10, if you take accountability, if you take responsibility and say, hey, this is my bad, I screwed up, I made a mistake, can you please help me fix it? 9 times out of 10, people are going to respect that and try and help you, versus you saying, I don't know, it's not my fault, this and that, that and this. Then people are going to be like, okay, you're just trying to pass the blame off. Like, it doesn't even have to be your fault. Like, there's been so many times where somebody has started pinning me to the wall over some stupid stuff that I had nothing to do with. And I've just gone, hey man, my bad, I'm sorry, wrong place, wrong time, this and that, that and this. And 9 times out of 10, they just let me go over it. Like, it is such a mark of maturity and reliability to straight up take accountability for your actions. It's so huge. Like, even here at the university, I've kind of fumbled a few times. I told the professors, like, hey man, I screwed up, my bad, I'm sorry, I'm kind of going through a lot right now, can you give me a freebie on this? They're like, yeah, I can give you a freebie, bud. Like, it's such a big mark of maturity to be able to just say, my bad, I fucked up. Like, I'd let my soldiers off whenever they screwed up because it's like, okay, you understand you made a mistake. That's the important part. I feel like that's the difference between, like, somebody who's going to succeed and versus people who are not going to succeed, is being able to just look somebody in the face and say, I fucked up. And yeah, there's going to be that one time out of 10 where they're just like, okay, you admitted it, get him out of here. But, like, at a good job with good people, they'll understand. You know what I mean? But also, I'm a big softie. I wasn't a very good. I was a pretty crappy sergeant. Like, raising my voice at all was a mark of a bad sergeant. But I always tried to be understanding. Except whenever I heard I don't know. If I heard I don't know, I was gonna rip your head off. Because again, what do you mean you don't know what you were doing? Oh. We rolled for a while, we got an okay roll. But it's like, never tell me you don't know what you're doing. Tell me that. Tell me that. Immediately, just near violence. No, I hated that. Okay, what should we do here? Thinking. I want to put elements on it. What is this? Is this get out of my get out of the way, notice? Get out! Thank you. Alright, so we have no innate elements in incarnate form. That's okay. Galvanized scope, we need that. This, we can get rid of critical delay, freeing up our fire rate. So that's 2-ish mod slots. So 21, 24. We're a smidge slower, but now we're at near 100% critical chance. And now we can do some weird stuff. We can also get rid of hammer shot if we want to be spicy. I kind of want to be spicy. I don't want to be spicy. Because what I want to do is I want to pop an element on here, but I don't really know. I want to put gas on here because I feel like the Soma Prime's big issue is since it's a single DPS kind of toy, you only really use it for single target shenanigans. So if we go like this, we might be able to actually do some. Oh yeah, I wanted to get fucking hunter munitions on here too, motherfucker. If we got rid of cryo rounds, we free up another. Sure, fuck it, I don't care. Let's see how well this works.
Oh, they'd probably, no, you wouldn't come home to that.
There we go. My throat's been weird since the last time I got sick. But yeah, just whenever people take accountability for things, it's always such a mark of maturity. Like, I got away with so much stuff in the military because I'd just be like, hey, Sarn, I fucked up, I'm sorry, my bad. I got away with so much, dude. I got away with so much stuff that I should have never gotten away with just because I was like, oopsies, bleh, my bad, sorry. Sorry, it won't happen again, I promise.
Use these to crack open a relic.
Oh, no.
Is attempting to purge you from this place.
I do miss it.
Stand by for life support.
I miss it a lot. I hate that I'm probably gonna wind up being that vet bro who can't move on from his days in the military. So depressing. Give me this. I believe there's still something I still haven't gotten. But he is what he is, and it will crunch be what it'll be. So the reason why we put hunter munitions on this, by the way, is because hunter munitions will forcibly apply a slash proc 30% of the time whenever you get a crit with a weapon. The Soma is one of the premier critical weapons in the game, as you can see by the way I'm shooting it in their faces, and we're getting funny numbers. And with the Soma Incarnate upgrade, one of the upgrades that we have is whenever we get a kill on an enemy that has slash damage applied to them, we will regenerate some amount of shields.
The relic has been
so my thought process is to turn it into a gun that will do funny numbers for us, but I also wanted the gas status effect, because the gas status effect acts as kind of a soft AoE that we can use to thin out the crowd a little bit better, but I'm honestly not feeling it right now. I'm feeling the slash. The slash feels like it's definitely there. The everything else, not so much. Not so much. Fireberry is fucking going though. Like, you see that weird wrecking their faces. It is absolutely fantabulous. I'm loving that much. The incarnate form though, not so much. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I do wish I had done a lot of things differently though, back in the day. Lots of regrets. No, lots of regrets. Lots of regrets. I don't know. You do the best you can with what you have. And you just kind of make the rest work, I suppose. See, the incarnate form works a bit too. Let's try getting rid of the gas status effect. Go back into primed cryo and see if that makes it feel a little bit better. We can also weight it towards slash a bit more. You got 2/3 your lifespan left. Say it right. Don't say it like that. That makes me feel that makes me see the clock. Now I'm like, oh shit, man, I'm 2/3 of the way gone. No! Gosh. I try not to think about the clock very much because the clock stresses me way out. It's 1/3 gone, you dingus. That's 1/3. I'm not even 30 yet, dude. I'm 29. I'm 29. I'm not 30 yet. Oh, I'm not 29 either. I still got a couple more days. What is it? It's the 12th. I still got a couple weeks. I'm not there yet. I'm not old. I'm not old. You're 34. Bullshit. Liar. Hang on, let me check something. Okay. You lie. Can we weight this towards slash? 15.1% slash. So it could definitely stand being weighted a little bit. We could also just pop fast hands on here for Keck. Or we could replace this with Crux, add a serration mod, and go from there. What can we do with Sawtooth Clip? That bumps us up to 19.8. Sawtooth Clip, Hunter Track, yeah, okay. So we might be better off with that then. So put that there, grab a serration. The reason why I'm so ornery about my age, though, is because I feel like I've missed out on a lot of things in life, and it's very stressful to me. And I'm worried about never seeing... I'm worried about never seeing some of those things. Like, without being too depressing, I've never had a girlfriend or fallen in love or all that sappy-dappy romance crap. I really want to. And I've missed the young, stupid tween love. I've basically missed my entire 20s. And now I'm kicking into my 30s, and everyone talks about how crappy dating is in your 30s. And I'm like, no! And it's stressful, you know what I'm saying? It makes me anxious. Especially because the world's kind of in a crappy place right now. This generation, the millennials, Gen Z, and coming up on Gen A, they date the least out of any generation prior. So it's kind of like I have a lot of big old dreams and a lot of big old problems. And the worst part is I apparently don't even look old because a bunch of my classmates keep thinking I'm still in my early 20s and not in my late 20s. Oh boy. It's just, you know, it's stressful because, like, the way I think about it is I'm older than my platoon sergeant was in Fort Drum, and he was 4 kids deep when I knew him. That man was 26, 27, and he had 4 kids. I'm about to be 29, and I still have I've never had a girlfriend. I'm not a virgin, so small positives, but basically everything else. Non-smoker stay useful skin. Oh, for sure. I also drink far less than I did before, and I moisturize and wear sunscreen. Although I've been experimenting with a lot of sunscreens because I have very delicate skin that gets chemical burns really easily. So I've been working on that a little bit too. But that's neither really here nor there. But... so yeah, and according to Mama Brandier, our family is very long-lived, so there's a very good chance I'll make it to my 80s. As long as nothing goes too off the chain, me making it to 80, there's a pretty good chance of that happening. So, yeah. But I just feel like I've missed out on a lot of things in life, and it's really hard, you know what I mean? And I see all these streamers and VTubers and this and that and that and these, and it stresses me out even more
Finish your mission and we'll take a look
because I see them succeeding at the things I want to do at such a young age, and it's a little bit demoralizing, you know what I mean? Like, I talked about a few streams ago, I think you were there, but like, there's a new streamer who's 19 years old, and in 6 months is already at 1,000 viewers on average. I've been at this for almost 2 years, and I'm still just doing the same old, and it's tough. And also, I'm still learning art. I started learning at, I think it was 27, 26. And I haven't been learning as fast as I could be because, you know, I've been sandbagging in a lot of places. But I look at other people who've just been doing it their entire lives and stuff, and I see myself trying to start up so late. It's kind of stressful, you know what I mean? It's kind of one of those things. This build's not working either. It's killing a lot slower. I think what we need to do is go for a viral build. A viral build will probably be the best thing we can do. Ooh, did you hear that? That was both my wrists. And I know, right? I'm still young, I still have plenty of time, and I have succeeded in my own right on multiple occasions, right? Like, without ragging too hard, I mean, I'm retired for the moment, as long as the federal government doesn't fuck me too badly. I'm retired, I'm going to art school in Japan. I have arguably enough money to buy a house from my own investments. Like, I'm doing pretty well. I was a decorated soldier. I never got anything above an achievement medal, but I also got soundly fucked in the ass on numerous occasions. Like, if you listen to my entire crybaby backstory, you'd be like, yeah, this guy got fucked. I already have an electronics degree. I'm almost done with my computer science degree. And I'm debating on going to live in Europe for a few years. Like, even in my own... Oh yeah, this is a lot smoother. Look at that. Even, like, in my own right, I'm debating... I don't even think it's debatable. I'm a pretty successful person. It's just, I want more, you know what I mean? I want all those nice things that people have that I never got to have. Like, you know, intimate relationships. I'm kind of this is gonna sound absolutely fuck wild, but I'm really envious of normal people. Because I've never really ever been normal like everybody else. And that's not me being hoity-toity. Like, I've always just kind of been the outlier in everything, you know what I mean? Like, you know how in some cartoons and anime and stuff, the main character will be the most painfully average person under the sun? And it, like, do you know Komi-san? Do you know that one? That anime about, you know, Komi, the really socially awkward chick? The best way I can describe it is the main dude is supposed to be the most painfully average person ever in the context of the anime, right? Like, if the national average for students on their tests were like A, B, C, and so on and so forth, he got A, B, C, and so on and so forth, like on the line. If the average person was 5'7", he was 5'7" on the money. You know what I mean? That was just how that anime kind of rolled into their thing. For whatever reason, it's so fucking different. Like, when I went to elementary school, right? I was so different from everyone else because, you know, I went to elementary school with a bunch of hillbillies, right? I'm from a hillbilly school, and I was the most city slick motherfucker under the sun, and I was never to the city. Like, the first time I ever went to the city, was when I went to MEPS for the first time to go get seen for doctor things for the military. Like, this, it's hard to describe. Like, I went to basic training, right? My basic training was very against the pale because allegedly we were part of an experimental unit they were doing to test new ways of training soldiers in the military. So a lot of really kind of shady nonsense happened, right? So we were part of that. I got to AIT. In AIT, we ended up skipping about half of all the training we were supposed to do because a class of idiots before us got stuck on an entire module, and they just stayed there for like 3 months until everyone was like, okay, sink or swim. Push them through, and then we're like, uh-oh, we've held up a bunch of classes for months now. Go, 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 go. So I just didn't learn anything when I went to do my job training. When I got to my first unit, they didn't have any of the equipment that I was supposed to be trained on and supposed to use. So I just did some other job entirely. I got the Fort Drum, and they're like, what do you mean you have no idea how to do your job? I'm like, well, I didn't get trained on an AIT, and I just didn't work on it in Korea. Womp womp. So they put me on every detail under the sun because I was that useless to them. So I ended up working with generals, I did parades, I was part of military funeral honors, which, you know, the 21 gun salute and everything like that? Yeah, I was the guy leading a team of 2. I did the West Point EFMB, which was a massive, massive deal. And then I freaking got to go to Camp Roberts, which for my job series is like the holy grail of jobs, you know what I mean? Like, if you're working as, like, I don't know, if you're working as an HR rep, I effectively went to California, the nice part of California. We were in Paso Robles. I went to the nice part of California and then basically did fucking nothing for 2 years. And then through all of that, I got medically discharged, PTSD. It's a bit more complicated, you know, just for easy understanding. I got medically retired with PTSD, and now I'm retired at 28. I retired at 26. Like, I got awards. I have, I believe, 5 or 7 AAMs, which are Army Achievement Medals. I made Sergeant E5 in just under 3 years and a half. Like, it was a really weird number. I made it lickety split. I spent, because I retired at 6 years, 11 months, I believe 23 days, 13 hours. Because of when I retired, I spent most of my time in the military as a sergeant. I had a very bizarre career. Like, mine was really strange. Everyone who's ever heard my entire story is like, yeah, I've worked with well, I haven't, but one of my soldiers worked for the Secret Service, and she got recruited by the Secret Service. So it's not even that I'm not successful in my own right, it's just that I haven't done the things that I really want to do, which is, you know, the small, mundane, everyday thing that most people kind of find banal and boring. Like, I really want to just find someone to be loved and to love, you know what I mean? Like, I never had a family growing up, right? I never had a family. Mama Brandier basically lived on her computer. So, you know, little Bran was always just kind of alone. And I haven't spoken with the broader Brandier family in about 10 years because of something the family did to me after a wedding. So I really just want to build a family. I would really like to have a house because my entire life I've just been living under someone else's roof. Like, I'm living in an apartment right now. And I'm really proud that I paid for the apartment myself with my retirement money, but I want to be able to pay for it myself. You know what I mean? And I want my own house. And then I just want to make things that inspire me, you know? Like, I look at all these VTubers, like, this is why I really like VTubers, right? I fucking adore VTubers because they're all so weird in such a beautiful, interesting way. Like, I adore how VTubers are able to just stare themselves in the face and live the things they love. Like, the first time I saw VTubers, was it Kizuna AI? I think Project Melody was one of the first ones too. I thought it was the weirdest, most cringe-lord thing I had ever seen. I was like, that's so strange, deranged, and weird. But then HoloLive came out with Kura. I saw the offshore. I started to get all these YouTubers. I started to actually look at them and understand and see the kinds of people they were. It's just beautiful, you know what I mean? I found Juniper, my favorite streamer, through her art that she makes because she just really likes Monster Girls, so she just makes it because she likes it. And it's just like, I couldn't believe these people, like Mori Calliope. If you don't know Mori's story, I'm gonna pull back the curtain a little bit on her. She really wanted to be a rapper in Japan for some reason. I don't know the whole reason, right? But she really wanted to be a rapper in Japan. So she just picked up a teaching job in Japan and started rapping underground until she took off. And I was like, that's so deranged. That's so weird. How do you just do that? And it blew my mind because I really like a lot of her music. And it's just so absolutely incredible to me that I'm in awe of the audacity. And I think it's the coolest thing ever to just want to do something, to just go and do it. You know what I mean? And I really want to live that way too. So, you know, after my doctor was like, yeah, you're retired now, dude. Why don't you just start streaming? Go be Mori Calliope, go be Juniper, go be all these streamers that you admire so much. Go and just full on live your dreams. So, you know, I started working on doing art stuff because I never really had the time or the energy to do before, but like, I do. I started working on that and I'm slowly getting better at it, and I really want to be like Juniper, and I want to make my own models, my own assets. I just kind of want that as more of a pride point. I want to make things that make people feel things, you know what I mean? Like, another issue I have is according to my doctors, I don't emote the same way people do anymore just because of all the things I've been through without trauma dumping. Don't really feel normally, so whenever I find a piece of media or something that actually makes me viscerally feel something, I just love it to bits. Like Made in Abyss, Spice and Wolf, anime like that where I have actually been provoked into an emotive response. Jobless Reincarnation, I adore them to bits, right? I want to create something that makes people emote as violently as those things make me. You know what I mean? And I just think that's such a beautiful thing that people are going to do, and I'm really envious of that, and I really want to do that myself. That makes sense. And it's just frustrating because I spent so much of my young adult life, my early 20s, working and training to be the best soldier that I could, and then suddenly all of that work and effort and pain and tears and blood effectively went down the drain. Now, they didn't actually go down the drain, because again, I'm retired, I have my degrees almost done, because you know, the military GI Bill, I got this, I got that, but it does feel a bit wasted, if that makes any sense. So, I'm still trying to work through that, and then obviously with the federal government talking about getting rid of my disability anyways, it's kind of stressful. It's kind of stressful.
Destroy them.
But we keep on. Yeah, I don't remember how we started that. My bad. I just really like streamers. Oh, Iron Mouse. I'm not a big fan of her streams, but I'm a big fan of her story, right? her wanting to be an opera singer, getting sick, and then just VTubing. I admire that level of audacity. Just be yourself. To just continue after you kind of lost your entire dream. You know what I mean? It's just like, wow. I'm in awe. I'm in awe of it. I really am. And I try and channel some of the things that I learned from the military into the stream every day. Like, I tried to enroll in special operations when I was in the military, which is different than special forces, right? Spec Ops and SF are two different things. I tried enlisting into special operations. It's a lot easier than you think it would be, because we ended up having the special operations recruiter visit our company in Fort Drum. And they're coming around and they're like, hey, you guys want to be special operations? You want to be PSYOP? You want to be this? You want to be that? And one of us was like, nah, dude, I can't do that. And he's like, what do you mean you can't? He was like, you're not going to select us. You got the literal best and the best people in the world working for you guys. Why would you select us? We're a bunch of idiots. It was somebody else's. And he's like, I'm gonna let you guys in on a secret. Most people think the exact way you just thought, so they don't. They don't try to enlist, including the actual best and smartest guys. So normally, we'll only get like 2 or 3 people who ever try to enlist with us. So they'll just get in with like no competition. So here's our card. So I was like, all right, I'll throw my hat in the ring. So I went and I showed up to their little recruitment seminar where they tell us exactly how to apply to special operations. And it was me, my platoon sergeant, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 guys, and 8 other guys. So there was a whole 10 people in this auditorium, this empty ass fucking auditorium. And he's like, wow, we have a lot of people today. And we're like, a lot of people. He goes, yeah, normally we only get like 2. And they gave us the spiel, taught us about special operations, all this and all that, and showed us how to enroll. I tried, however, there was an issue. They were looking for E5s of my job series. I was E4 at the time, a specialist. And they still accepted E4s, but when I went to sign up, the website, you had to select your rank. So on the website, it had a little drop down. It's like, are you private? Are you PFC? Are you specialist? Etc. Etc. It didn't have a specialist rank. It had 2 PFCs. So I was like, oh, they probably coded this wrong. Okie dokie, I'm gonna put in one of the 2 PFCs. I'm gonna hope it's the right one. If I'm wrong, I'll try again in 6 months. They never called back. And then I also got orders for Camp Roberts, and I was like, dude, this is way better than Spec Ops. Like, this is the holy grail of my job. Let's go. I can enlist in Spec Ops later. And then I retired. So I try and channel that wild story into my actions and decisions. Like, most people never really try to be anything more than they are. So a lot of talent gets wasted fairly regularly. So yeah, if that really is the case, then I might as well try streaming, try YouTubing, try all this. The worst thing that happens is I fail, right? So fuck it, let's toss our hat in the ring. And, you know, so far, big failure. So far, it's been a big failure. But you never really fail until you stop trying, so you might as well just keep the ball rolling. It's therapeutic, it's fun. It gives me a outlet for some of the nervous energy that I still have to deal with, because boy howdy, that PTSD diagnosis was on money! But it is what it is. I've met some nice people since I started VTubing, and I'm trying to branch out a bit more so I can meet more people. Not so I can grow, but just because, like, the majority of VTubers I've met, drama aside, have just been incredible people, absolutely incredible people, and it's just wow. You know what I mean? Just wow. I don't understand how somebody can just stop their whole life, come out of high school, and say, I want to go live in Japan as a rapper. So she just goes and becomes that. I don't understand how somebody can become a cam girl, the first VTuber cam girl, because she always wanted to be a cord worker. I don't understand just any of it. I think it's a beautiful thing. I think it's amazing. I just want to see more of it, you know what I mean? I think it's genuinely incredible. I'm sure I could pick a story for basically anyone. Like, what were the first Hololive girls? Sora and somebody else? I love their story with fucking Hololive. Like, Hololive, before it became the VTuber company, was a tech rental place. And freaking Sora and whoever the other one was were like, we have an idea, let's try this VTuber thing. They went to Hololive's store, or whatever store they went to, rented some equipment, got started up, and the rest is history. Like, how do you just do that? Freaking Juniper, my favorite streamer, was originally going to be a paralegal. And she had her degree, she was doing work for it and everything, and one day she was like, you know what, I'm just going to be an anime girl on the internet. So she started streaming during COVID for some reason, doing art and stuff, and now, I don't understand how people, oh, I hit the wrong button, damn it. I don't understand how people are just able to do that. I think it is just beautiful. I love it a lot. I think it's great. I think it's really great. I love it whenever people have stories like that, where they're like, yeah, I just want to be a YouTuber, so I said fuck it and just started. I'm like, damn, that's incredible. Fucking Fillion, dude. I was watching Fillion back before she broke 300 viewers, and she would tell people about her story even then. She was just dick around on VR chat, making VR chat videos, and then one day one of her viewers was like, hey, you ever heard of what a VTuber is? And she's like, nah, what is that? She looked it up and was like, sure, I'll do that. Picked up her model, and here we are. It's so cool. And I used to never think that I could do it either. I thought you had to be like a different breed of person all together to do this sort of thing. And you definitely do, right? You definitely have to be, you gotta be built for it. But at the same time, you really don't. If that makes sense. I think it's beautiful. I hate violence so much. He is the worst acolyte. I hope his family regrets the fuck out of him. Jesus Christ. Any acolyte that can just turn your abilities off is like the worst thing in the world, and I hate it to bits. But yeah. And it is kind of heartening to see all of the older VTubers. Like, I really like the ones who are near my age group, because I'm like, yes, I can make it too. It's okay. It'll be okay. The young ones driving up the wall, because I'm just like, damn, 18, you're already making way more money than I've made in my entire life. What the fuck? But seeing the 25, 26, 30 plus ones, I really like those ones. Those are really nice. I like those ones a lot. They just make me feel better about myself. Oh no. Oh. So, yeah. Yep. I'm not gonna lie, I have thought about quitting a few times because it can be really discouraging getting up here doing this and then getting like no viewers. It's really discouraging to see the 2-year anniversary go by. I forgot about that, by the way. Sorry. Seeing the 2-year anniversary go by and then seeing somebody with 3 months pop up and just blow my ass out of the water, it can be really discouraging. It really is. It's really discouraging when people tell me the only reason they watch me is to keep me company because they feel bad for me. Oh boy, that one stings like a bitch. has its moments. Like, one of my best friends I actually met because I reached out to them when I was only a couple months into VTubing, and we've just been talking ever since. I think that's one of the more beautiful things I've honestly been a part of since I started streaming. And I think I just like, wow.
We have only scratched the
Wow.
surface.
I think
This
VTubers
place
are a lot
holds many
better
more
than
secrets.
normal people are. I don't even really watch normal streamers that much anymore, just because I think they're boring. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. They're just not as distinct. They're not as entertaining. They're not as cool. Like, I'm sure they have their own
Void
vibe and
manifestations
importance and everything,
drawn to
but
this
they
cursed
lack
place
that
of
kind
stolen
of
lives.
quirky
They will drain your life support
strangeness that
unless
I've
they are
really
destroyed.
grown accustomed to. That I really like. Like, I like
They
Drumsy.
fought well.
Drumsy's really good, but he's kind of a weirdo, you know what I mean? I don't know, I don't really see it. Well, I used to watch a lot of streamers and stuff and be like, yeah, these guys are pretty cool, they're entertaining, blah, 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 blah. But they lack the bombastic, I don't know, they're missing that sort of je ne sais quoi. You know what I mean? Like, I really like Froggy Lock. Froggy Lock's pretty good, too. And she's just a massive weirdo. She's just a massive weirdo, and I love it. Cottontail, massive weirdo, and I love it to bits. Maybe that sounds a bit terrible, but it kind of gets my point across. Tenma, dude. I love it whenever she crashes out on Sakuna. I just think that's incredible. I just love listening to her absolutely freak the fuck out. It's incredible. Dear. Alright, let's pet Forma.
Mind of its own. I'm struggling to keep it.
Forma, where did the Forma go? Bum. Excuse me. You can tell I've been pretty tired and fatigued recently. I'll need to take a look at the Soma some more later, but I can't get it to vibe properly right now. What about the Daikyu? What was I doing with the Daikyu? Because I saw a Daikyu build that I was interested in. Longbow, sharp shot. Do I have the upgrade? Oh no, I don't. Do bum 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 ba da dum ba dum bum 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 ba dum ba dum bum 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 bum. We're gonna try and be slick with it. We're gonna try and be slicker than shit. Can we get crit damage, please? I would love some crit damage right now. Crit damage. So, vital sense. We're gonna need another V polarity on the field, but we can do that really quickly. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-da-da-da-da-dum. Give me a vital sense, and we should be able to dome sons of bitches like this. Unique trait, weak point, hits have 250 critical per critical hit chance. Been wanting to mess around with bows for a bit, because I used to love bows in Warframe, and then things happened, so I stopped loving bows in Warframe. Womp womp. Do.
Holes in the floor.
I'm really excited for that new update. I cannot wait. It's gonna be fabulous. It's gonna be grande. It's gonna be fabulicious. Boy, there's now like an actual puddle under my window. I see how the water's getting in. Oh, there's a hole. Motherfucker.
Your weapons make music.
I
And
gotta
the
take it.
enemy calls for a song.
Oakley Dokley. Let's see how Cyto 9
Life support
does
has
with
been cut
bows.
off.
That's,
They're trying to
ooh,
choke
that's
you out.
speedy.
Hold on.
Ding dong.
I'm sending
I
auxiliary
also want
life
to play,
support.
what's it called? Peak? I want to play a bit of Peak, because, yeah. I have it. I've been meaning to stream it one day. I just sort of haven't. Ooh, there we go. So, yeah. See, this is why I don't normally use bows. They're very slow. Look at that. Meow. Wow. Fix my arm fast. There we go. Cyto 9, we need a bow frame. Like an actual bow frame, not Ibarra. Ibarra doesn't count. Like an actual bow frame. Like the Paris is fun sometimes, but it's just a bit... Like, it's basically an overly complicated Archiplasmor to me. And why would I use an overly complicated Archiplasmor when I just have the Plasma? No. Like, I don't know. Like, these are fallen stats. These are banging stats. But like, Archiplasmor has banging stats too. It can restore HP, but like, the Archiplasmor. And Thornbach. Wonder if I've been wondering if the Thornbach is any good at all. Like, I haven't wanted to invest into it because it just kind of popped up, you know. Like, it's got everything you could really want from it. Like, I don't know. I mean, it can't hurt too badly, right? We should probably go gas. So we have 16 left over. What can we use for the haberdashery? Acuity, no. This thing has no crit stats, so I don't think we want to use acuity on it. We can use it for multi-shot to squeeze a little bit more get up and go out of it. We can do that. So that leaves us 11 left over. What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? I don't know. Why can it add Prime Firestorm? That doesn't make sense. If we're using gas, we might as well put Elementalist on there for the extra damage. And this should be functional enough to level it up to max. I've been trying to get more legendary rank because I think it'd be funny. We got up to legendary rank 3 the other day, which I'm very pleased with. But yeah. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow. Yeah, I just really like VTubers, man. They're all so weird. I think it's really great. I just love listening to them.
Honor them.
Like, I'm not looking at them like, ooh, a zoo, it's full of weirdos. They're just cool. Just unapologetically being themselves. I never learned how to do that. I'm really envious of people who are able to do that. I think those kinds of people are like the best. Oh, Jesus. I think those kinds of people are just like the best kinds of people, and I wish I had the courage to be like that. I think it's a beautiful thing. Yep. Now, give me some energy, please. Anybody want to give me some energy? Got a little bit of energy. Give me some more fart gas. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. What else was there? I don't really know. My memory has been going for a couple years now. Not because of dementia or anything, but apparently, did you know when you have advanced stages of depression, your memory just kind of goes away? My doctor said it's the body's, it's your brain's way of trying to protect you from the things you've seen and done. And I'm like, wow, that's awful. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Bum 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 bum. See, the Thornbach's very strange. Actually, what we could do is we already have gas on it. We might actually use viral to force out, yeah, a bit more damage. There you go. Now we're cooking with Crisco. So, obviously, it's a brand spanking new player weapon, so you're not going to get a lot of get up and go out of it, which is kind of annoying. But it definitely has a little bit of get up and go to it. Definitely has a little bit of sauce. Not a lot, but she's not slouching. Not a lot. Yeah. It's a respectable amount. But still not enjoyable to use. I'll probably level it up in my off time or something. Just because. I, however, I can feel my voice going right now. Excuse me. So, like I said, it was going to be a shorter stream today because obviously I need to fix the model and stuff. I need to work on other things. My neck, oh, it hurts a lot. It hurts a lot right now. Oh, there goes my... It didn't fall. It's okay. Oh, no. So, I'm going to take off. Oh, it really hurts. I'm going to take off. Thank you for joining me, in fact you're still there. My name's been Brandier. Thank you for stopping by, Kurt Servant. I'm sorry, streams have been a bit shorter lately. Like I said, with the end of the semester as close it is, things are kind of wibbly lobby right now. So it's just going to have to be something we deal with until the end. Longer streams once the semester ends and I'm in a better headspace and I fix whatever's going off the model. So, yeah. Stay safe. I hope you have a lovely day. On Friday, which will be Thursday for you guys, the new Soulframe Twitch drop campaign should be online. So my hope is we'll be able to stream it and be able to give keys to the community if anyone wants them. So people can play Soulframe. Yeah. Yep. Stay safe. Have a good night. We'll also start raiding again soon, I promise. Just, not today. Stay safe, and I will see you when I see you.